Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell from the B.B. Comer Memorial Library here in Sylacauga. Before I get started, I'd like to thank TV47 and Chris and everyone who helps us put on our program. All right, today joining me is Chelsey Strong with Muscadine Marketing. Is that correct?
That's right.
Good, good. We're going to talk about marketing. What is it? Why do we need it? All those things. I almost didn't really know what to ask you, Chelsey, because you know so much more about this than I do. But before we get into that, just tell about yourself.
So thanks for having me today, and I'm always glad to be here and talk about things that I love doing. And I've been doing Muscadine Marketing since 2017. I'm from Sylacauga, raising my family here in Sylacauga, and I love helping businesses clear up their message. So that's why I started Muscadine Marketing those years back and have been doing that ever since. And I'm happy to talk about what all's changing and what we're doing today.
Good, good. I always enjoy when you and your girls come in to see us at the library and get books. I have to throw that in. Raylan is a joy. She's the older one. It's just so sweet. So much fun. So I know you enjoy being a mom and enjoying your job.
Yes,
Well, first of all, what is marketing? I know that seems like a very simple question, but I bet it's maybe pretty broad. I don't know.
So probably not going to give you a textbook definition.
Good. No.
But the way that I could say it as clearly as I could is that marketing is telling people how you solve their problem.
Okay.
Every organization, nonprofit, product business, service business exists because you are filling a void in someone's life, no matter how big or how small. Advil was created so you wouldn't be in pain.
Right.
Daycares were created so you could go to work. So there's some type of problem that people need help solving. Okay. And if you're a business or an organization that is not solving a problem, then you're just in a hobby that makes yourself happy, and that's fine. Yeah. But marketing helps tell your audience or your customer base what problems of theirs you can solve, and that's why you exist.
I never thought of it from that angle. That is true. Everything exists to help us with something, help solve a problem.
Absolutely.
That's interesting. Well, who needs marketing? I guess you maybe answer that. Everybody who is trying to help sell, promote their business.
Anybody who wants to make money needs marketing.
Well, we all need to make money.
And no matter of your size, it doesn't matter if you're a small business or a large corporation, if you're a sole proprietor, an entrepreneur, if you are a nonprofit charity club, if you're an organization of any type, everything runs to make money. And so you need to tell people why you exist, why you matter, and how they get that product or service from you. And marketing is telling the story of why you exist and how they get that product. Sometimes I see that that's one area where some businesses or organizations fall behind, is actually telling people how to get it. It seems so obvious. Yeah. We think, just pick up the phone or just come and visit us. But sometimes there's a couple more barriers or questions that we have to get through before making that decision to engage with that business. So marketing is for everybody, even if you don't have a marketing department or a marketing director, or if you don't know how to do it yourself. There has been something that you have put out there in the world that has said, let us help you. Come buy from us, come visit us, join us. You're telling somebody something about what you do. So it is for everybody.
And on the surface, that seems, pretty simple, but I'm sure it's not. Like you said, you need to tell, how do they get in touch with you? That seems very simple, but not everybody knows that. That's interesting. It's a lot more than I thought about. Yeah, really. How do you think it's changed? I know this is probably a big question. How's it changed over the years? I mean, I remember back in the day when everything was in a newspaper or a mail out or something like that. And I know we've come a long way from that.
So I would split it between when the internet happened.
Because
that's when a lot of things changed for the better. But not even talking about digital advertising, before that you had TV ads. And so I think of things that used to, businesses thought would put you on the map. You know, and like you said, it was newspapers. Like if you were in the paper, like your mama all saved it and kept it in her files because you were in the paper, and it was a really big deal. If you were really booming in business, you had a billboard on the highway, you know, and people we're making it. We're on 280 or we're on the highway.
Lots of people see it.
Yes, and because there was a lot of traffic, and so then it went into TV ads, and you had a spot on TV, and I saw so and so on TV, and that was a big deal. And what I see with those between the newspaper, billboards, and TV at that time was businesses were still doing what they're doing today. They're going to where the most people were. Where were the most people going to see it? It was newspapers at one time. It was TV at one time. It was just on the road at one time. Because used to, word of mouth was really it. You had things that you could put out there in papers or TV ads or billboards or even mailers, postcards that we just mailed out, but it was not guaranteed to reach everybody that you wanted to. So it was a lot of just throwing to the wind and hoping that it sticks and hoping that people loved you and cared about you enough and told others about it. So then the internet happened, and we started learning that we could put our ads on the internet. We could have them on Google, and then this new thing called Facebook came about. And then everyone has a Facebook page because it's completely free just to own that Facebook page. And then we start monetizing Facebook, and you can pay for more things to be shown there. And with every social media platform that's been invented since, that's where every business thinks they need to go. And that's been what I would say has been the consistent thing since whatever we want to say is the beginning time of business or marketing to now is businesses just need to go where the most people are. But better than that, go where your people are. Sometimes your people aren't reading the newspaper. Sometimes your people may not even be on Facebook. So go where your people are and where you would reach the most of them. But that's where I would say kind of an evolution of where it's gone through. I mean, we can look at some of our buildings downtown, and we've still got paint on the bricks. That's marketing. That's advertising.
That's true. Yeah.
Here's our logo and a number. You know, or I think the Silicaga glass probably. I think it still has theirs up a little bit. But we used to see the Coke painted on the side of bricks, and they're still doing that today. So it's just businesses telling their customers that we're here, we exist. Come and buy from us.
That's true. Well, that's a lot of change over several years, but still a lot of change. That's great. Well, listen, we're going to pause for a commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some more with Chelsey.
Great. What am I going to do now?
Time to visit Brown's Auto Collision.
No problem at all. We've contacted your insurance company and we can get you back into original condition right away. And I just want to remind you that all of our work is covered by a lifetime warranty. We're done.
Wow, that was easy and looks great.
Brown's Auto Collision.
Where quality is no accident.
Bandits Bar and Grill is your stop for great food, family fun, and live music. Wednesday night, it's Cornhole Tournament. Thursday night, Biker Night. Don't forget about the live music too. Great steaks, full bar, awesome appetizers, wings, nachos, tacos, and fried catfish. Stop in today or give us a call at 256-369-2920. That's Bandits Bar and Grill on Fort Williams and Silicaga.
Bonanza, the famous Western television series, is now on WOIL TV 47. Join Little Joe, Hoss, Adam, and Ben Cartwright on the Ponderosa every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Fist fighting, chicken chasing, gunslinging, and more. Join us for Coffee and Bonanza every weekday morning at 8 a.m. on TV 47.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with Chelsey Strong with Muscadine Marketing here in town. And we've learned what marketing is and why businesses need it or why people need it. Now, I went to your website, or the marketing website, Muscadine Marketing, which is laid out wonderfully. I'm not surprised because that's part of that is what you do. But there are several things that you said are very important. We're going to talk about some of those. The first one was website design. What does that mean?
So contrary to what some say, everybody needs a website. Doesn't mean that everybody needs the same size website or that everybody needs a website to do the same thing. A website is where you hold all of the information about your business. So I like to think of it like dating profiles, okay? Hear me out.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I'm a customer and you're a business, I'm interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in making a relationship with you that I'm going to get some goods or some services, or I'm going to participate in something for some sort of exchange. I'm going to give you money, or I'm going to join, I'm going to sign a contract, I'm going to pledge something. But before I do that, I need to know a couple things about you.
Sure.
So we have things like these print ads that we talked about earlier, or billboards, or newspapers, and then we have social media. And those are where we put out the fillers about who we are, do you like me, do you want to know more about me?
Right.
The website is your first date. So the website is where we've sat down and now I've got you with some kind of hook. You clicked on my profile for some reason, you liked something about me, and now we're on the first date, so I'm learning how old you are. I'm learning how long you've been doing this. I'm learning what makes you special, what makes you interesting. And at the end of that date, I want to know, is this going anywhere or are we stopping?
Right.
And so on that website, you're going to tell them how to buy, where to buy, how much it is, how to get involved, how to participate, how to know what's going on later down the road, how to stay in communication with that organization. So the website helps seal that deal of that transaction, whatever that is. So a lot of people will sometimes get that backwards with your social media and your website.
Okay.
They want everyone to go to the Facebook page,
Right.
and that's not wrong, but it needs to be the other way. Everything needs to point to your website. If you have a postcard, it needs to point to your website. If you have a Facebook page, linking it to your website so that everybody is going that way to find out the most about you.
Right. That's interesting. I love the first date idea. That's great. Now, this was something I read a little bit about, brand development. What is a brand and what does that mean?
So a brand is a visual and verbal communication of what your business stands for.
Okay.
A brand is not just a logo. It's not just your colors. Those are parts of a brand, but a brand actually starts with a message. It starts with how you solve that problem. And your brand talks about why you exist, how you started, why you continue going, but it mainly focuses on the customer. Talking about trends through marketing, used to we saw a lot of businesses being puffed up. You know, you put yourself on the spotlight and we are so great. You would be less than to not participate with us.
Right.
You're missing out if you're on the, but now we're seeing the messaging, because there's so much out there.
Right.
We're seeing the messaging swap to it being about the customer. And the customer is the hero. The customer is the one that saves the day by participating with this product or this service.
We all want to save the day.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's
And
great.
so the business helps guide that customer to be the hero that saves the day. So your brand tells that story, has that message, and of course there's a visual aspect that matches that
Right.
story. So I like to think of brand as your story, and that helps in some visual aids to tell that story.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I always thought it was just the logo part of it,
Sure.
but it's a lot more than that. Social media management.
Right, so this is the big thing right now, and it has been, and I would believe that it would continue to be. Most time when people are seeking out any type of marketing help, whether that means they're trying to hire someone or they want to do it themselves or hire a contractor, they're saying, because we need to be on Facebook more.
Right.
And although that is true, it's not a solve all for everybody. posting on Facebook every day or even having a consistent message is still not guaranteed to make people pick up the phone and call you.
Right.
Which is what we ultimately want to
That's the
happen.
goal.
We want them to call us. We want them to give us money, and we can't shy away from that.
Right.
But social media is effective because you can target who your people are. The main thing is looking at all these profiles that are out there right now and saying, where are my people? And then you go where they are. If you have multiple social media profiles, your content needs to be different on all of them.
Like if you're trying to target 20 to 25-year-olds or retired,
Right.
retirees or working, yeah.
Right. Your retirees are going to be most likely looking at Facebook on their iPad at night at home.
Right,
So
sure.
we're going to post things for that demographic at that time. But then your young crowd is going to be looking more at Instagram stories or TikTok, and you're going to put that content there. So you can change up different stories and messages across those platforms, and you don't have to use them all. Just use the ones that are effective where your people are.
I've learned just a little bit at work about posting things, and I know myself scrolling through Facebook, if it's long, I don't want to read it.
Right.
So it's got to make me want to stop and, let me look at that.
Right.
So that's it's a lot of work, and it's not as easy as it sounds.
Right. It can be fun, and it is fun, but like you said, of getting caught in that river of information, we got to use social media just like little hooks to catch that interested specific other one for that dating profile. Yeah. We're just hooking them. We're not telling them everything about us. We're, hey, I'm here, I'm interested, I would like to help you, and then we point them on. So I like that you said that.
That's neat. Media design.
Yeah, so media design is anything graphic-wise that's either going to be online or in your hands. So whether if it's something that's printed, like a flyer or a postcard, a large billboard, something on the side of a building, even car wraps, that's media design. But anything also that goes online is created, whether that's a paid ad on any kind of social media platform or it's something for your website, anything to catch attention there. So anything that's drawn or designed to tell about an event, a sale, or just yourself.
Okay. And the last one is email marketing.
Right. So email marketing is not just pulling up your Gmail or your Outlook and sending emails to a couple people that you have. It's using a contact management system like Constant Contact or MailChimp. Those are just two of your more popular systems. And you're using those to upload a contact list into, and then you're sending email templates to that group. And they can be about upcoming events, they can be about sales, and you can actually set up what's called trickle campaigns or drip campaigns, where someone clicks on something on your website and they add that little email. We've all done this. You put your email in to get the 10% off coupon, and then next thing you know, you're in this role of getting all the emails from them. Well, they've set up a campaign to where they wanted you to use that coupon, but now they really want you to keep buying. And sometimes some of us might unsubscribe just because we wanted that coupon. That's okay. We've all done that before. But I can't tell you how many companies that I've stayed subscribed to that maybe I haven't bought a purchase yet, but I'm waiting on that certain sale to drop, or I'm still connected to them because maybe one day I'll eventually make that purchase. So email marketing, you can also get some really good data from the people that open them, meaning that I know if I send this email to these 500 people, I will know that 200 opened it, and this is who. And then they clicked on these links. And even if my phone didn't ring to get that business, I can chase those leads. I can say, hey, I saw that you were interested in this brochure. You clicked on it from this email. Is there anything I can answer your questions about? And that gives me an excuse and a touch point to check in with them because I got that real data from that email.
This sounds like a lot of work. Can we do this on our own for our business? Or
yeah, absolutely. If you know why your business exists and you know what you stand for, and You make it as clear and as easy as possible. Throw out the fluff, throw out the jargon that only people in your industry understand, and just talk as plainly as you can. You can post your own stuff on social media. You can sign up and create an email marketing campaign. There are tutorials out there. Each of these platforms want you to use them, so they have their own built-in courses where you can learn how to do it well. With the graphic design, that may be one hump that most people can't get over, but there's great software platforms like Canva that everyone's using right now that is, in my opinion, very user-friendly, and anyone can pull some things together. So, sure.
Well, we're going to pause for another commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some more with Chelsey.
A funeral service represents a family's final farewell to their loved ones. Knowing this, we go beyond what is expected to ensure the ceremony is beautiful and memorable, a truly fitting tribute to that special life. We invite you to visit us to meet our staff and tour our renovated facility complete with a new dining area and catering services. We've been serving the people of this area for over 40 years, and we think that you'll be pleased to find that making lasting impressions remains our first priority. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.
Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves the cities of Sylacauga, Childersburg, Moody, and surrounding counties. Unlike regular banks, Heritage South Credit Union is member-owned, and with over 13,000 members, Heritage South Credit Union is the premier financial institution in the markets they serve. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for over 80 years, federally insured by the NCUA.
The all-new Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our remodeled and expanded pharmacy gives us the space to serve more patients. We've added a drive-through window for those times when you don't feel like getting out of your vehicle. And we still offer delivery within city limits. We feature a full line of over-the-counter medications and supplements. And don't forget our stunning new gift department. New building, same great people. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
I'm talking with Chelsey Strong with Muscadine Marketing, and I've learned so much already. I know we talked about all the different ways to market, the website, the brand, social media, all those. Somebody can do it themselves in their company, but if they hire somebody like you or another company, what do you do for them?
So most marketing contractors like to set up just open plans, which means it's not cookie cutter, it's not like a tiered level, you don't have to participate in all this. We want to fulfill what you're missing, and it's never offensive for someone to say, well, I feel pretty confident about this, we have this handled, but this we either don't know what to do, we're overwhelmed, or we know that we need to do it, we just don't have the time, or we don't know how. Because I've seen a lot of businesses that they can't afford a marketing director, or it doesn't even make sense for their organizations to like have a full-time employee, but maybe the girl that works the front desk posts on Facebook for them sometimes. So anyway, you can hire a contractor to fill in those holes for you of whatever you need done, whatever you don't have the time or means to complete.
That's great. Let's look at we've got some slides of some of the work you've done, and just talk about how they came to be, how you came up with the ideas or things you did. This is my favorite.
Yeah, so this is, when we talk about a brand, I did the rebrand for Sylacauga City Schools, and it involved creating this crest in the middle. So there are 4 schools within the Sylacauga school system, and you have those represented in this crest. So I created a logo for each school, and then this crest on itself symbolized the entire system. So the theme here was light, and how children are grown into this big flame from this little spark. So you start with like a tiny star in the sky to this rising sun, and then there's a spark in middle school where their talents and their passions start coming to life, and then they carry that torch in high school through the end of their career, or their education career. And whether that's in college or moving forward, they carry that torch of the flame that they were given in this school system through the rest of their life. So yeah, that was a fun one, and that was a good story to tell.
All together.
This was Christmas in Sylacauga that the Sylacauga Chamber of Commerce does. This was a couple years ago. I just sketched out a couple of our iconic buildings downtown, and then this brand was on everything that had to do with Christmas events in Sylacauga. Okay. This was a motorcycle fundraiser event for Coosa Valley Resources for Women. When you talk about print design, this was printed, it was hung up in multiple places around the area. We scaled it down to a postcard size as well and mailed that out. And then that stayed as a digital format as well and was put online, put through Facebook, emailed out to different locations. And this was a recent wonderful event that Southern Dance Performing Arts Company did, their production of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. I created the art for this program. So this was the poster that was hung around town, and then that same design was mimicked through the program that you got when you saw the show, as well as on some t-shirts and some other things to promote it. So I love when I get to do things that are pretty. Yeah. Being a girl mom, and this one was great, and I was really glad to come on with Safe and Southern to bring that one to life. That's beautiful. That was fun. This was a mock-up that I did for Whitney Wheeler. She was rebranding herself and launching, really taking her business up to the next level, and she's doing incredible things still. But when we were building her website, I sort of planted these seeds in her head of, look, you could have some promotional items. So I mocked up that water bottle with her logo on it, same as this ornament for the Christmas in Sylacauga event. So don't forget about promotional items. That's marketing too. Things that people use that your logo can be on. This was at the Sylacauga Chamber's Women's Conference last October, and that was a sponsored water bottle. And even though they threw those water bottles away, those bottles were on every table and everybody saw them. Yeah. This is just a glimpse at what a branding process looks like. This is my crazy board where I just jotted down all ideas that were coming to me for that rebrand, and you end up with that logo. So it's not so simple. This is some of our print designs. I did this for the Sylacauga Cemetery with all of the information inside from some of those places there, and then the postcard before. So direct mail is still alive. Printing in hands is still alive. So,
well, I think we had to rush through those because we're almost out of time. But thank you so much. I've learned a lot about marketing, and thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me on Library Connection.